Hello world, it is Wednesday, March 17th, 2021. It looks like it's trying to be a nice, bright, sunny day today. It was a little chilly this morning. I went running and it was about 30 degrees when I went out, but a good morning, a nice morning. I think we're in the highs in the 50s maybe today, so another good chance to get outside and get some sunshine. Every living thing needs some sunshine. The devotion for today is entitled, I Sing a Song of the Saints of God by Lillian Daniel. Lillian bases the devotion upon Psalm 25, verse 4, New International Version. Show me your ways, Lord, and teach me your paths. And Lillian writes, I sing a song of the saints of God, patient and brave and true. I sang in my loudest little kid voice. Then I sang the verses about martyrs dying for the Lord, but I belted back on this chorus. And one was a doctor, and one was a queen, and one was a shepherdess on the green. They were all of them saints of God, and I mean, God would help me choose to be one too. Statistically speaking, those three jobs would not turn out to be particularly predictive for the average working person of my generation, nor were the job openings in the next verse. And one was a soldier, and one was a priest, and one was slain by a fierce wild beast. But in the third grade, this saintly career fair represented a thrilling set of vocational options. While I had no desire to be eaten by a tiger, even for the Lord, I can still recall the thrilling twitches of energy in my lower belly when I considered the outfits associated with being a shepherdess, a queen, or a priest. All three were saints of God, and all three got to wear fabulous dresses to work. Where could I meet such people? According to the hymn, I could meet them in school or in lanes or at sea, in church or in trains or in shops or at tea. But I was not a sailor, nor was I invited to many tea parties other than my own imagination. Regrettably, I didn't know that the lanes in the hymn were English country paths, not bowling alleys. So I wasted a fair amount of time in that regard. As for grade school, there were no shepherdesses there, just a few fierce wild beasts. So church was where I found my saints, the choir members, cat lovers, union organizers, and chefs, the protesters, soup stirrers, nurses, and vets, the wonderful saints who opened my eyes to see Jesus' love behind this surprise. And the prayer. For the saints of God are just folk like me, and I mean to be one too. Amen. And the hymn she was referring to was written by Lesbia Scott, I Sing a Song of the Saints of God. I'm not familiar with that one. And it's kind of funny because I guess growing up Catholic, I'm not familiar with a lot of hymns that many other people in the UCC seem to be. But I also find that because we're from four different traditions, oftentimes people from one CC church have different hymns in their history than others. One thing this devotion made me think about was that we are all, in a way, saints. And God's living presence, Jesus' living presence in the world to other people at some time or another. And no matter what career you take, what vocation you follow, every career path is a vocation. You have the opportunity in that position to live out your faith and to be the living presence for people, sometimes when you least expect it, and sometimes they are for you when you least expect it, and sometimes not till you actually actively look and see. So even if you didn't end up doing what you thought you'd be doing when you were in third grade, what you did was still something that was a vocation, as part of contributing to the world and part of being who God created you to be. And I guess the other thing is, it's never too late to make a change too. I did, after a pretty good career in the automotive industry and going into ministry. But I think as I look back, there were moments even in my automotive career that I was in ministry. Hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.